Brad Keselowski, Paul Tracy. All right. Oh, great. Now Clint's taking selfies. That one.
You want me to sit right here?
You can sit,
right.
you can stand.
A lot of rules to this stage already.
The stage is yours, Clint.
This is how you know we don't have anything. Like, we were sitting back there in the wings waiting to get up here, and that's why we were all early. For you guys! Yes! Hell of a crowd. How about this racetrack? Love you guys.
How did things go earlier today for you, Mr. Bowyer?
Well, they weren't bad. You know, the last time I practiced, I think it was 2020, Phoenix Raceway.
Right.
So basically when I quit, it's been a while, so it felt good to get back in there, burn some rubber, and you know, honestly, I picked these 3 races because I've never been here. We walked around here earlier this morning, my son and I, and 50th best modified racers right there on that wall. I was like, all right, yeah. All come from right here in this area, all come from this racetrack. You sit there and you look at the wall, you're like, well, he was a Cup driver, there's a Cup driver, there's a Cup driver, there's a Cup driver, he should have been a Cup driver, he should have been a Cup driver, there's a Cup driver. A lot of speed comes out of this powerhouse, so man, you should be proud of the pedigree here for sure.
Gonna be fun here later tonight. Maybe we get you in a modified one day.
Yes, I would do that. Whoa. Let's see how I do tonight.
Let's see how tonight goes. Brad Keselowski also on stage. Brad?
What's up?
How'd it go here today?
I'm not as good a talker as he is.
Yes, you are.
I tried, but I tried.
Turns out you're a better racer than I was.
Damn. You're not supposed to dig on yourself. I'm glad to be here. First off, what a beautiful night so far. Hopefully it stays beautiful like this, but glad to be up here. I've never been here either, Clint. Interesting that you saw the 50th greatest drivers. I saw the ice cream truck. I don't know what that says about me, but I told my daughters I'd bring them back some ice cream. So it's a good day for ice cream, but it's a good day for racing too, so I'm ready to get going.
Hot and slick. What kind of race do you think we're going to see here tonight?
Well, based off how the cars drove in practice, which they were really tight, I think you're going to see a lot of contact tonight. That's what I think, because the only way you're going to pass somebody is to use the front bumper.
They always get mad at me about that.
Did they? I never heard so.
Paul Tracy.
I want to hear a good story out of Paul. I think Paul's got the best stories of all of us.
All right, give us a story, Paul. You've been here too.
Because you got the most experience. I've never drove one of these cars. Clint, you never drove one. We tested one, but you got like 3 years experience.
Yeah,
man.
Tony's actually okay. The guy you don't want to piss off is Bobby Labonte. That's when he gets mad.
It's the quiet ones you gotta look out for.
He's real mad.
Yeah, it's always a quiet guy that's scary.
Yeah.
The only bad thing about pissing, you may have been the only person I've ever heard that pissed Bobby Labonte off. How did you do that?
There's our story. Tell us the story.
We were at Eldora, and I was running good all night, and then I got shuffled back, and it got to the end of the race, and Tony did this big slide job on me, and I'd never done one before, and I thought, I'm gonna do a slide job. I got to run on Bobby, and I fucked it all up. And I slide jobbed right into his door and spun him around, and then he got hit by 4 other cars and took him out of the race, and then he came looking for me after the race.
You call those, that's just a misunderstanding, either he misunderstood or you misunderstood, one or the other.
So it's going to be a great night for racing. Can't wait for that. We have other questions for you that we've been fielding from some of our kart drivers that race here on Monday nights. They have submitted a couple of questions. I had to go through them because there are some that probably not appropriate here for tonight. But describe your personality using a carnival ride.
Oh my God. You remember the cage, like the old school? You kids may have never.
They're all old school.
The cages. You remember the cages where you could run the brake and it goes, and then like you thought, you saw the guy that was putting it together, and there's no chance he remembered all the bolts on. You're like, we're gonna be in a parking lot here in a minute. That's probably my personality.
Brad?
Wow. I don't know if I can top that one, Clint. People tell me all the time that if you ask me a question at one time of the day and then you ask me the same question another time of the day, I'm a different answer.
Okay.
So what would that make me, like a Ferris wheel? I'm either at the top or at the bottom. So yeah, just
the scrambler,
constantly spinning around.
Tilt-a-whirl.
Yeah,
you gave yourself the Ferris wheel. I mean, like Does that it really excite you?
I do too, man.
Who the hell rides a Ferris wheel? Come on, Brad. Think of something tougher, something more crazy.
Always delivers.
Oh, I like that one. All right, there you go.
Paul?
When I was a kid, we used to go to the fair, and there was the one every year that showed up. It was called the Polar Express.
Love that ride.
And it just went around in a circle, and kind of up and down and around in a circle. And if you were on the inside, you like crush the guy on the outside, sitting on the outside. Yeah.
All right.
That is a good one.
Love the Polar Express. Love the Music Express too. That's a good one. A driver that you have never raced against that you would like to race maybe one day.
Well, I'm living it. It's happening.
Nice.
It's sitting down the road from me right there until he just told the Bobby Labonte story. Now I'm not so sure I'm excited about it, but you know, honestly, him, Tony Kanaan, that's what you do this SRX series for. It gives all of us an opportunity to race against a different pedigree that we never grew up racing against. So I'm excited about tonight for that very reason.
I think I'm gonna pick an off the wall one because he only picked you, Paul. So that it's off the chart. I always wanted to race. When I was a kid, I was a big Michael Andretti fan, and I always wanted to race against Michael Andretti. Now he's a car owner.
Yep.
And I don't. Does he still race at all?
Well, Marco's gonna have to do
Marco's
for tonight.
Here, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, I've always wanted to race against Andretti, so we'll pick the Andretti family.
You know, for me, like these guys just said, this is all bucket list stuff for me. I was retired almost 10 years and didn't drive anything. I was sitting in a TV booth, like you were down there, and you're sitting around all day doing nothing, and then talking about how you used to do it, and then to get the opportunity to now do this for my third year and race current level guys like Brad and these guys who are winning races still. This is pretty cool for me.
And you may have just answered my last question for you guys because we have another group waiting in the wings. What was your attraction to? And say, look, they're coming. They're not early like you guys. What was your attraction to coming here tonight and running these race cars, part of SRX?
Well, I guess for me, I think I just answered it. It was an opportunity to race against tracks I've never, drove on and against drivers that I've never raced against. It's much just like Paul just said, when you're in that TV booth, you're talking about your passion, what you love to do from your life's experience of doing that, but you don't get a chance to get behind the wheel and do it anymore. And there's not always, when they're flying through the air at Daytona like lawn darts, probably not that one, but Kansas last week, even Atlanta last weekend, what a phenomenal race, and you're going, damn, I want to be out there doing that, So the first couple of years, it didn't hit me at all. I was burnt out on racing, didn't really want to race, to be honest with you. Just wanted to go do things with the family, try things that I've never had a chance to do. And, it hit me this year as the itch started itching, and by golly, the old SRX series coming down the road.
There you go. Clint Bowyer, Brad Keselowski, Paul Tracy.
Whoa, you didn't get them a chance to answer that question.
I was just told to
Screw them. They're not here anyway.
All right.
We came early for crying out loud.
You did. Brad, what brings you to the SRX series?
Well,
there we go.
Thanks, Kyle. Thanks, Clint. I'm really here for three reasons. One, it used to be at the Cup cars, and Clint, I know you know this, and maybe some of the fans here know, we used to show up at racetracks on Fridays, and we would be there all day practicing and qualifying. Then we'd show up Saturday, we'd practice and qualify, and then we'd run the race on Sunday, and we'd go home, and one day a week we'd go test somewhere. And then NASCAR changed all the rules, and then they banned the Cup drivers from running the Xfinity Series. And so now I'm like, I used to drive a car like 4 or 5 days a week. Now I drive it like barely one. And I'm kind of like, I got all this time to do things, and I want to drive more. And so when this opportunity came, I was like, hey, it's a chance to drive more. So that was probably the first reason. The second reason is when they announced that this was going to be on Thursdays with ESPN and bringing ESPN back to the sport. I grew up a huge ESPN fan, and you guys are going to see that tonight. I got to be careful because Clint and I both do work for Fox, but I still love ESPN, and I love the fact that ESPN Thursday Night Thunder, when I was growing up, was the coolest thing because you got to watch racing on Thursday night. And then the last part is I want to win more races. So I think these guys might have something to say against that, but I want to be able to say I'm an SRX winner.
There you go, and we'll wrap it up with Paul.
Yeah, really just the same. That's you get older and the rides become less competitive, and you're not running where you want to run or you feel like you should run, and then the sands of time are over for you. Nobody really wants you anymore. And then if you're lucky enough, like I was, and these guys, you get to move into TV and still be involved in racing. But, you know, I didn't want to retire when I did. It wasn't what I wanted to do, but I was kind of forced into it. And then when this opportunity came along, years later, when Tony called me, he's like, "Hey man, you want to go racing with us and do some short track racing and have some fun?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I want to do that. That sounds like fun to me." And then once I got in the car, the whole fire lit again, just the passion for driving and competing and going out there and having fun and a good time. And it's what it's all about.
Indeed it is. The return of Thursday Night Thunder tonight on ESPN. Gentlemen, come up here.
Thank you, guys. Glad to have you here.
Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Clint Bowyer, Keselowski, and Tracy.